All right, hello. My name is Giovanna Mancinelli, and this is my presentation on the crow. What is your crow, and how can you maximize it? So here are the things we're going to be talking about. We're going to start with, what is the crow? Sounds like a funny word, isn't it? So what does that mean? And then, who is George Miller, and what did he discover? Then, what are concepts and concept formation? Because concept is a common word. We probably know what it means, but maybe we don't know in as much detail as we think. And then finally, how can you maximize the use of your crow? But first, we're going to do a test. This is the digit test. So I've brought my friend here. His name is Anthony, and I am going to test him to find out his crow. So Anthony, I have 12 different digits here, and they start out being one digit, and then two digits, then three digits. So I should say 12 numbers, not 12 digits.
Okay.
So I'm going to say them, and then you're going to repeat them.
Okay.
Starting with 0.
Okay.
Got to say it out loud. Got to say it out loud.
0.
Okay. 3, 1.
3, 1.
4, 7, 9.
4, 7, 9.
3, 8, 2, 5.
3, 8, 2, 5.
6, 8, 2, 5, 9.
6, 8, 2, 5, 9.
Okay. 9, 4, 8, 3, 7, 1.
9, 4, 8, 7, 1. What?
Okay. So that was the 6-digit number, and you mixed the 3 and the 8. You switched them around. So that means that your crow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, your crow is 5.
Okay.
So now we're going to switch places. So do the same thing with me. Anthony has prepared his own numbers, and I haven't seen them yet.
All right then. The first number is 8.
8,
The second is 9, 6.
9, 6,
Third one is 6, 9, 8.
6, 9, 8,
The third one, the fourth one is 5, 4, 8, 7.
5, 4, 8, 7,
The fifth one is 6, 6, 6, 7, 8.
6, 6, 6, 7, 8,
Right, and then the other one is 9, 2, 4, 8, 1.
9, 2, 4, 8, 1,
The next one is 9, 7, 2, 1, 3, 6, 4.
9, 7, 1, 2, 3, 6, 4.
You missed this one, so
Okay.
this would be your seventh one. So this you're missing specifically the 2 and 1. You basically said instead of you said 2, but then with the 1 you said a different number. So yeah.
Okay. So that was the 7th, the number that
Yeah.
had 7 digits, right? So then my crow would be 6. And it's worth mentioning that we're doing this late at night, and we talked about this in class, but sometimes there can be small variations based on how much noise there is in the room or what time of day or even how much caffeine you've had, but this is just a general estimate. So like I just said, the crow is the maximum number of digits that you can remember. So Anthony has his crow, which is 5, and I have my crow, which is 6. And the name is based on a test involving the crow's memory. So I mentioned before, it's kind of a strange name, but during this test, they had research students walk in front of a tree that had crows in it and then hide in a tent. And the crows were able to remember, okay, there are 3 people walking by, there are 3 people in the tent. We're going to keep quiet until they leave. So if one person goes into the tent and then leaves, the crows stay quiet. 2 people come in, 1 leaves, the second one leaves, they're staying quiet the whole time. 3 people walk in together and then leave one by one, and the crows remember, okay, 1 person, 2 person, 3 person is gone. But when 4 people came into the tent all at once, the first person leaves, they're quiet. Second person leaves, they're quiet. Third person leaves, they start up again because they forgot about the 4th person in the tent. And that's how you know that the crow's crow is 3. It's also known as the magic number or the memory span limit, and it is extremely difficult to drastically improve this. So you can practice all you want. You can practice with these digits and eventually get it up to 9 or even 10 digits, but that's just digits. And you'll see soon enough that it's not just digits that can fit in your crow. It's any item, anything. So George Miller was a cognitive psychologist, and he was the one who discovered this sort of thing. So he had a study in 1956 called the magical number 7 plus or minus 2. And in the study, he found that an average human can hold 7 plus or minus 2 items in their short-term memory. So maybe 5, maybe 9, in between that range. And he also found that items can vary widely in size based on the person's knowledge about the subject. So that's why he called them chunks, not individual bits of information. So if it's a subject that the person knows a lot about, the 7 items that they're holding are really complex and they can be broken down into smaller chunks. But if it's something that the person doesn't know anything about, those 7 items might just be individual examples that they've seen with their own 2 eyes. They don't know how they're related, they don't really know what they are, but they can picture 7 examples in their head. So the items can vary greatly in size. And then there's concepts. Now, I sort of mentioned an example of concepts just now, but they are a single word that represents a group of similar things. And the similar things share a defining property. So we talked about defining properties in my class, and basically they are the most important vital properties of the object. They are what makes the object the object. So the example we used in class is a bottle. Now, the color of the cap is not really that important. What's important is that the bottle can hold liquid and that it's openable and closable. So those are the 2 defining properties. It's not whether the bottle's made out of plastic. It's not whether the cap is orange. And how you form concepts is that first you perceive the items, then you identify their defining properties, you group things that share the defining properties, and then you give the group a representative name. And why do we form concepts? I gave it away a little bit earlier, but this is how you maximize the use of your crow. So your crow is the maximum number of items you can hold. You can either hold pictures of 7 different bottles, or you can hold the idea of a bottle, and that just takes up 1 place. So would you rather have 7 different bottles in all those 7 places, or would you rather have the word bottle in 1 place? Obviously, you'd want to have just 1. So if each item in your crow equals a concept, you can fit so much more information. And this is an example that I came up with for an earlier assignment. So the biggest concept here is existent, things that exist in the real world, and then physical entities, then man-made goods, modes of transportation, automobiles, and cars. So say you keep the word automobile in your crow. It's not just 6 or 7 different images of various Toyotas that are red that you saw on the street at one point. No, it's just the idea of automobile. That can be a motorcycle, that can be a boat, that can be anything. It's not just 7 examples, but rather 1 piece that encloses multiple things beneath it. Thank you very much, and thank you for participating, Anthony.